We're on app.fireflies.ai, and I'm going to go through step by step how you can sign up and configure your settings for Fireflies so that you can actually start using it. So when you go to app.fireflies.ai, you'll be presented with two options. One, you can log in with your Google Calendar, or two, you can log in with Outlook Calendar. These are the only two ways you can sign up for Fireflies today. There's no username or password or any of that. You can directly sign in with Google Auth or Outlook Auth. We do this for security purposes, but also Fireflies connects to your calendar so that it can know which meetings to join. So in this case, I'm going to click on Google Calendar and we're going to sign up with Google Calendar. I'm going to select the Gmail account that I want to sign up with, and I'm going to set this up. And as I go through this process, it's going to register me as a user, and then it's going to take me to a screen. This is an important screen where you can configure which meetings Fireflies joins and who the meeting recaps and notes get sent to. So this is an important screen. It's one of the first things you see as part of onboarding. So I can configure here if I want Fireflies to join all the calendar events that have a Zoom or Google Meet or WebEx or any of these video conferencing links. Or I can have it only join meetings where I am the owner of those meetings. Or I can have it join only when I explicitly invite Fred at fireflies.ai to meetings. I may pick the second option if I don't want Fireflies to join meetings that someone else is hosting, someone on my team or a customer. So I do want it to join all my meetings that I own, so I'm going to select that. The next option will tell you who the recaps and notes get sent to. By default, it's going to get sent to everyone that is a participant on the calendar invite, but you can configure it so that it is only sent to your teammates. So these are people with the same domain as you or the company domain as you. Or you can have it configured so that it's only sent to you and not your teammates or other participants on the meeting. I want the recaps only sent to me, so I'm going to configure that. And then I'm going to go over to the dashboard. So now we're in the dashboard. There's a couple options here. Let's say the meeting has already started and I forgot to invite Fireflies to a meeting. I can use the add to live meeting option to invite Fireflies to a meeting that's already happening. Now let's go into the settings section so you can further see all the different settings you have. You can click the settings section here, or you can click on settings here. So we're going to go to the settings section. And in this section, I can again see my meeting join settings that I had configured during onboarding. I can also see my settings that I had configured for my email recap settings. There's one additional settings here where if you wanted to so that only the participants or teammates can view it when they click on the URL, you can configure it that way, or you can configure it to like only you or only the participants, whatever you'd like. So even if the URL is shared with someone by chance, you can have further privacy settings so that by default, no one else can view them if they were not a participant or if they're not a teammate, or if you don't want anyone else to view it, you can do that yourself. So these are kind of the core settings for configuring Fireflies, but because my settings are on join all calendar events that I own, so any calendar event that's on my Google Calendar that has a meeting URL to Zoom or any of these other platforms is going to be joined automatically. So that's pretty much the overview of the different settings and capabilities for signing up for Fireflies and configuring your settings.